is a 1968 Plymouth Satellite with a Roadrunner hood. This restoration was done on a good solid original car years ago. It's starting to show its age on the restoration, but as far as I'm guessing the paint's about 20 years old on it, but it still has a beautiful shine. We got it in, we detailed it inside and out, buffed it out, and it really has a very straight body. As we look up and down the sides on the car, nice straight body, nice shiny paint, but does have a lot of paint imperfections, which I'll do my best to point out to you. It's riding on a real nice set of Magnum 500s, an older set, so they got a little paint chipping on the Magnum 500s and stuff, but overall very presentable. They've got 225 70/14 Cooper Cobra radials, and the tires are excellent shape all the way around. This is an original Satellite. They put the Roadrunner hood on it, but no one else tried to clone. They never cloned anything else on the car. Just left it as a Satellite. It's powered by a 318 V8 engine. Does have new plug wires, it looks like. It's all been tuned up. It's got headers. Older dual exhaust, but it has a really good sound to it. When they did the restoration, we got some paint chipping and peeling and stuff in here. But other than that, they did a good job on the painting of the inner fenders and everything. You can still see some blue way down low. You can see that there where it was chipped off a little bit. But when they did the restoration, they painted I'm going to call it kind of a royal plum metallic paint. Kind of a real dark cherry wine, something like that. They did the inner fenders and all that, bottom of the hood, when they did it. It does have its original fender tag still in place. Car does have power steering, and I mentioned before it's got that Roadrunner hood. The hood lines up really nicely to that driver's side front fender. As we go across the front, both bumpers, the front and rear bumper, are both decent. They look fine at 20 foot. You get up close, they're oxidized and need to be redone if you want to make a show car definitely out of this. The whole car will need to have restoration work done on it. For that, I'd classify this car as a great cruise night car. Just kind of a daily driver condition car that really has the look. A lot of her stainless and her trim around these headlights and stuff is all original, so that's got all those micro scratches in it also. Passenger side hood gap, a little wider in the front than it is in the back, but we have a nice gap all the way across where it's not touching anywhere, and it really lines up nice to the fender too. It does have all the Satellite chrome. We've got some pits and stuff in the chrome and a bunch of scratches in it. But like I said, this car at 20 foot, it's a great looking car. It's a nice driver. Got a little ding here. We got a few blisters coming in on that lower door. And on this rocker here, it's very notorious for these Roadrunners and stuff. We got some blisters right here at the bottom of the rocker on the driver's side and on the passenger side here. Other than that, in front of the rear quarter is great. Over the wheel well's really nice. And behind the wheel well's nice. I don't see any blisters anywhere on these areas. And this car was done a long time ago, guys. But really shines nice. As far as our back bumper goes, just like the front bumper, oxidized, has some dings and stuff in it. Dual exhaust comes out nicely right behind the bumper here. Even though this paint has quite a few imperfections, like I said, it buffed out great. I don't know if you can see it or not, but up and down the sides, it looks really nice on both sides. Trunk lid fits nice as well. Nice even gap all the way around. I don't know, there might be, something was on this trunk lid, so it's got a lot of tiny little scratches all over the trunk lid. That is in some of the paint, so it's got a lot of scratches in the trunk lid. Taillight chrome, it's got some dings, tarnished a little bit, that's all original. Around this back window, the chrome's real decent, but they resealed it and used some sealer around this back window, so it's got some spots around that ain't perfect. Folks, I'm pointing out the negatives to the car, but I'll tell you what, the positives of this car is inside and out, it's just a fantastic looking car. As we go through here, the rubbers are new on the doors. The corner of the doors are perfect. Never been bondoed up there. It's all been jammed out when they did it. Door panel is excellent. Armrest is excellent. The base is all nice as well. Inside paint is all the correct purple as well there. On both sides of the car, we've got a paint crack right here on this cowl. It's just paint's been cracked on both sides. It's not like that on the driver's side as well. Dash pad has a bunch of little micro cracks on that as well, but very presentable. It does have an Alpine CD player and the radio works, speakers work. It's got the original steering wheel, column shift. Carpet's been replaced when the restoration was done. Other than that, the seats all look good. Front seats match the back seat. Before I forget, the back seat did have a hole in the very top of the back seat. I don't know if you can see that up there in between the seams. It's been repaired, but it's not, you know, to be right, you'd want to put a new cover on it. But for a driver, very, very presentable. Back door panels are nice, armrests are nice, window cranks, windows all go up and down. This is the two-door hardtop, this is not the post version. It does have seat belts in the back, they're just tucked in, and it has seat belts in the front. So the inside, all in all, looks really good. Headliner looks real good, appears to be original. Dome light works, and the door's open. Shuts right off like it should. These cars in this price range and this condition are just getting hard to find. Seems like you're either finding something that needs totally restored and you can drive and enjoy right now, or they're, you know, $50,000, $30,000. So this car is going to be right in between that, and something you can drive, enjoy, and if you decide to restore it, you can at a later date. Driver's side is just as straight and nice as the passenger side. Beautiful body on it. No blisters behind the wheel, nothing over top of the wheel well, and nothing right in front. The only spot we got here is same as on the other side. We got that big spot right here that's bubbled out way down low in the rocker panel, and we have some little spots in the very front edge of the door. Right here. But I thought if a guy wanted to spend a little money and do it, take it to a body shop. And the nice thing is most of the body work on this car need to be done is right below this body line where my fingers are. So a guy could shoot that from right here behind the wheel to in front of the wheel, and it'd look really nice. Here's that other paint chip I was talking to you about. Kind of a crack there on the seam. As we open up the driver's door, door rubbers are brand new. Corners of the doors are perfect. Never had any work there. Door panel's excellent, armrest base, all that's nice. We come in here, this plastic trim has a little crack right here on it. Other than that, it looks really nice up and down. Driver's side seat appears to be in good shape. We have a couple little scuffs on there, and I think it had a little cigarette burn right here. So I mean, the interiors appears to me like it's all the original seats and stuff. Another thing is the dome light works here as well. So both dome lights work. Power steering's really nice on this car. Horn works, alternator gauge works, gas gauge works, temp gauge works. 81,496 miles. I'm guessing by everything working and the condition of the interior, that's probably original. Wipers work on low and on high, and they park properly. Heater fan works as well. Kind of talked to you a little bit about the radio working. When we got this car in, it needed a lot of cleanup, so we did a ton of work on the inside, buffed it out, detailed it, detailed under the hood, painted the inside of the trunk. We did quite a bit of brake work to it. Just a lot of stuff, but it's really a nice driver now. So all our gauges are working. Every single thing works on the inside of this car, as far as all the gauges, the radio, the lights, wipers, horn. The mufflers, the old, I think they got old turbo thrush mufflers or something on them. The mufflers are getting a hole in them or something. I mean, it sounds good with a 318, but to be nice, the guy probably should put a new some new dual exhaust on it. Tell you what, the car runs great down the road. The front suspension's nice. The shocks feel good. Steering is excellent. That power steering just really works nicely. Another thing we did is we ordered those turn signals in the hood, or on the top of the fenders, and both of them are working properly as well. Going down the road, no hands on the wheel, 35-40 mile an hour, goes straight down the road. The alignment's nice on it. The only thing we noticed on the brakes, we have not got done yet. I think we did new wheel cylinders and shoes and stuff, but we're going to turn one of the drums. One of the drums up front is new, the other one we're going to send out and get turned. Just haven't done that yet. Brake stop nice and straight. It's just there's just a little pulse on that brake when you stop very fast. Just kind of feel it there. As far as at an idle, it sounds really nice too. Goes down the road 55, 60 just beautifully. Like I said, the exhaust needs a little work, but for that muscle car sound, it sounds good. Yeah, here's our brakes. So no pull left or right, but they have that pulsation. So we're gonna get that taken care of. But all in all, this car is a great driving muscle car.